Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Coach Talk back with another video, and we played the Saints yesterday. Went as expected. Score was 34-7. My prediction was that Saturday. I predicted on a podcast that I'm on. I predicted the Saints to put up 30 points on us, and they wound up putting 34 up. Score was 34-7. I went to a bar and was watching it. It was pretty embarrassing, but I'm not surprised because the way the team's going. It's pretty rough as a Colts fan as of now. If you're going to stay on the bandwagon as a Colts fan, I appreciate it and we respect your loyalty. But if you leave, I totally understand as well. But other than that, just to get into the game was pretty embarrassing to watch. Anything they wanted to do other than running, we're a pretty good run stopping defense. They did. Drew Brees only had one incompletion the whole game. He was 29 for 30. He had 4 touchdowns, 307 passing yards. And he broke Peyton Manning's record for passing touchdowns, which is pretty impressive. Shout out to Drew Brees, but Peyton Manning still the GOAT. But other than that, it was pretty embarrassing. Kamara did have recent struggles, so him struggling again yesterday is not surprising on Monday Night Football. They tried a lot of running backs. They tried Taysom Hill. They tried Teddy Bridgewater. They tried Latavius Murray, and none of them could complete anything. The run game was pretty much on lock. But the passing game, Michael Thomas pretty much embarrassed us. I said on one of my recent comments that what Mike Evans was supposed to do, instead of him getting hurt, Michael Thomas will do. And Michael Thomas was all over the field yesterday. 12 catches, 128 receiving yards. He had one touchdown. He could have had about two more. But, it was a pass-friendly offense. They just pretty much shredded us on the pass game as expected because our secondary is not really good. Quincy Wilson got hurt as well. We're banged up. I mean, that's not an excuse. We just picked up Dontrell Inman. He played for us recently. I don't know why, because it's the end of the season. We're pretty much losing out. So him coming back at the end of the year, I mean, I understand for him to get his reps in and we needed a receiver, but it's pretty much no reason for him to play for the Colts at the moment. We're pretty much going to lose out. Jacoby Brissett's struggling. Coach Frank came out and said Jacoby Brissett's our quarterback, so we know how that's going to go. He said the same thing for Advan Terry as of kicking. So expect both of them to probably be back next year. Yeah, it's pretty rough. The receiving core did pretty bad. T.Y. Hilton played on Monday, and he had 4 receptions. It didn't go anywhere, just 25 yards. The run game was really lackluster. Marlon Mack just could not find a lane. He does a lot of juking, cutting back, but he just couldn't find a lane against the Saints because they have a really good defensive line. So I always preach to run outside. If you're going up against a team with interior force that's going to come from the inside, I should just say bounce out. But the difference is I'm only a fan and not a coach. So what I say really doesn't mean anything. I mean, some people might view my opinion and understand it, but us watching the game is just going to be us watching it. So it's pretty much bad to watch. Nobody did good on our side. Defensive wise, they tried. On the run, they did good on defense, on stopping the run, but passing, they just aired us out, man. They aired us out. Brees only incompleting one pass is not acceptable at all. One incompletion, 29. He had 30 attempts and had one incompletion. Just one. So that's pretty bad to watch. And watching Jacoby Brissett, he was 18 for 34. Just like the recent games, he just couldn't get the ball to the receivers, underthrowing it, overthrowing it, throwing it out of bounds, trying to force pressure. He got sacked at least one time. The offensive line tried its best, but him getting the ball to the receivers is the issue. So I don't know what we can do to fix that. Hopefully in the offseason he can try to adjust his game and play better. But as of him now, he's just it's just not a good sight, man. It's just not a good sight. We couldn't get anything done on the third down. They completed the third down. They completed a lot of third down attempts. Well, only 5. We only went for a 1 to 4th down, but as the game in general, the penalties cost us. We couldn't get anything going on the passing game. And we just need to, next year, we just got to come back stronger, man. We got to have a better receiving core. We got to be healthy. We got to do something about this medical staff because the injuries, that's stacked up against us is pretty bad and embarrassing to watch. It's sad for the health of the players' sake that no one can be healthy for these games. Um, and just to see the longevity of it as it matters as the season. We're so close to we can make the playoff because the division is so tight. It's like 2 game split, and we just can't win out. We lost too many games that should have been won against like the Broncos and the Dolphins. We just couldn't pull them out. So those cost because of health reasons, and we need a better medical staff. It's just like that. And our quarterback has to be more accurate on passes. I understand he had an injury this year that affected his leg with the brace, but the passes that are wide open, he just cannot get to the receivers. Is not a good sight. It's not a good sight. It's not a franchise quarterback that you can put it. It's a quarterback you can put in his position, in Jacoby position to make those passes that can make him. You can't name one quarterback that can't. Even Jameis Winston could make those passes that was open yesterday. Now their defense did get a few swats down. I will give them that, but there was a lot of passes yesterday that Jacoby just didn't make. We only had 205 yards total yards in the game. 205. That's not good at all. 46 rushing yards. With all those running backs we couldn't get over at least 70 yards rushing. It's not a good sight. It's not. It really isn't. So we just got to find out to be better. We didn't have any turnovers, but we just got to be better as a team. I don't know if it's the coaching, if it's just Brissett, if it's just our defense, but I'm going to go with coaching more than anything. We got to draw something that better than what we're doing now because it's not looking good. Season's pretty much over the way that the division's looking, but coming into next year, we have to figure something out. I don't know what it is, but we have to figure something out. I don't know if it's going to be free agency, draft, but we have to do something immediately going into next season because we can't keep playing like this with the team we have. Our team is solid enough. It's pretty much the same as last year due to health, but other than that, it's pretty much the same squad. But we just have to play better. We just have to play better. That's all it is. I'll be in the comment section of what you guys are going to say. I will definitely reply if you comment me. But if you have an answer that's better than mine, I'll be there. But as of now, we stink and we need to play better. We just have to play better. That's all it is. But other than that, Coach Talk signing out. Until the next time, guys. Peace.